Hey everybody, I wanted to come on and change tunes here a little bit. I'm usually talking about minerals and hormones and things like that. I wanted to just talk to you about how to boost your immune system by approaching it in a little bit different way than the conventional way. One of the things that I notice as cold and flu season approaches is that all these products come out that are to either boost your immune system or to avoid getting the cold and flu. A lot of these over-the-counter things can be a little bit detrimental. They can be hard on your liver, they can be hard on your kidneys. So I wanted to kind of talk to you about the importance of gut health that can actually help boost the immune system even more. And you may even be able to avoid some of these other products. One thing that I do notice is that for me personally, when I started healing my gut, by the way, it can take a long time to heal the gut. It doesn't happen overnight. But when gut health is kind of off, it's easier to get bugs and nasty things, not just like parasites or candida bacteria, but when cold and flu season comes around, it's much easier to pick these things up. And not only that, it's harder to recover from all of these things. I noticed that as I started healing my gut, that when I did get a cold, by the way, I don't get the flu that much either since I have healed my gut. But when I do get a cold, it doesn't linger around very long, or I can avoid it altogether. And we're around it all the time. We own a gym. There's constantly clients coming in and out. It's inevitable. You're going to have it. We have kids. They come home. They're like little petri dishes. So it's easy to have those things around. But I do notice, and my husband as well, as you start to heal your gut and take care of it, it is much easier to get rid of these bugs that you get or just avoid them altogether. 3 ways that I really noticed that helps with this as to why it does healing the gut can help with the immune system. One is a lot of the immune system lives in your digestive tract. I've talked a little bit about this before, but there's so much of your immune system that lives right in your digestive tract. If your digestive tract is really off because of the crappy food that you're eating, you have leaky guts, you just don't have good motility, all these things, it's really easy to pick up bugs and for them just to linger around. The other thing too is when you start to heal the gut, the nutrient availability becomes much higher. You can fight off so many more things when you have the nutrients available. If your gut is really trashed, it's hard to absorb the nutrients the correct way, and then you just don't really utilize them very well. So as you heal the gut, the nutrient absorption gets better. You can fight things off much easier or avoid them altogether. And a third thing is, as you heal the gut, the inflammation starts to go down. Overall, it can be in the gut lining itself, the stress of the body. Just as you start to decrease the inflammation in the body, again, it will avoid things from entering the body. It's easier to fight them off. And the inflammation, like I said, it can be digestive tract, it can also be body overall, but digestive tract is one of the easiest ways to get rid of inflammation because it's easier to attack when you start taking these certain supplements or avoiding inflammatory foods that can help as well. So one thing that I have really noticed that, for one, it is very essential when you are really trying to boost your immune system. It's very essential to heal the gut. But the big thing that I really noticed is it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. I started years ago with gut healing protocol on myself, and I still do it every single day. It doesn't happen overnight. So just because flu season and cold season's approaching doesn't mean that, oh, well, to heck with it. It's not gonna do anything if I start taking things now or doing things to avoid getting the cold or flu. It's not going to matter now. Actually, yes, it will. Any little bit helps. Any little bit's going to help as you start the process. It doesn't matter whether you're starting now right before cold and flu season or you started in January. Any little bit's going to help, and it all culminates. It all adds up as you keep doing it. And you will definitely start noticing that if you do get the cold or the flu, these nasty bugs going around that we know are coming, you'll notice that you feel like you can fight them off much easier. They may not linger around. You may not have the nasty symptoms as bad as some others that you notice have it. So it's totally worth it to go ahead and start doing this now. I personally do it. I have my husband doing it. He was a little bit for him to get on board doing it, but he has noticed a big difference as he started doing it. And like I said, for me, I can fight the things off much easier, much faster. I don't pick it up as easy, and we're around it every single day. So that does help by boosting the immune system by doing that. So a couple ways you can do this. One is just avoid what you're putting in your body. So inflammatory foods. I know I sound like a broken record and people get tired of hearing that and they don't want to hear things to avoid, but it's true. They're inflammatory. So things like soy, dairy can be inflammatory for most people. I'm one of those. Gluten and wheat, they are extremely inflammatory. I am like a broken record with that one for sure. And even like processed foods. Those things, when they're constantly put in your body in these toxins, they can be very, very inflammatory. And sugar for sure is another one that's very inflammatory. So avoiding those things can be a big, huge benefit for you while cold and flu season is approaching, and during cold and flu season for that matter too. It just helps to decrease some of the inflammation by keeping those out. And then some other things, which I have some things I'm going to show you. Some of my favorites are bone broth and collagen. So this is one of my favorite brands. I use Ancient Nutrition a lot. They now have a pumpkin spice out one. This is my absolute favorite. Matt and I use this one all the time. It's bone broth protein. Bone broth, obviously, there's so much on the market with it now. This is one of my favorites though. It can go in hot or cold. Lately, Matt and I actually have been just putting it literally in hot water and that's it, and drinking it. It tastes really, really good. You don't really need to add anything else to it unless you want to. One thing that I have added that Matt is loving too is the collagen, and they have a bunch of different flavored ones now, but they have a cold brew one, which is amazing. Put that with the pumpkin spice and you have like a pumpkin spice latte. It's really good. But the benefits of it, there's so many benefits, and I've done posts about collagen as well, but the benefits of it are huge. One of the big things is it helps with gut healing. Anytime you start healing the gut and you start calming it down, the immune system boosts up, it's gonna help with the cold and flu season. So those are some of my favorites. And then the other two that I really like are by one of my favorite companies. Microbiome Labs makes these two things. This is their probiotic. This is like their staple product that they started with many, many years ago. My absolute favorite probiotic. It's a spore-based one. Doesn't need to be refrigerated. It lasts when you take it. It doesn't get killed off before it hits the digestive tract because it is spore-based. It's not refrigerated. And then they have this thing called Mega Mucosa. This is like a little powder. It's like a kind of a raspberry lemonade flavor. It's sweet with stevia. Tastes really good. I just drink it in water in the morning. You can do it with or without food. That's what's good about this one. But the reason why I like this is it has some immunoglobulins in them, which help with calming the inflammation down, healing the gut. This is really good with leaky gut. I've noticed it really good for my husband with acid reflux. But it's just really good at keeping the stomach kind of calm down and helping keep inflammation down. So big thing to use when it comes to gut healing. So these are kind of some of my tips that I wanted to give out as far as keeping the immune system kind of boosted up. There's obviously a ton of different ways that you can boost the immune system as well besides the gut healing. You also can use digestive enzymes. Things like that can help break the food down. Bitters help break food down to heal the digestive tract as well. And then obviously there's things like quercetin, anything with nettles, stuff like that can help with inflammation for allergies, things like that. But gut healing wise, that's kind of my go-to. That's where I would absolutely start with anybody who says, I'm really just trying to boost my immune system. It's going to be, they're afraid they're going to get sick a lot, or they notice their allergies are just horrendous. Gut healing is like my go-to first. I would absolutely start there. Again, it's not too late to start that. I would get that started first, and then you can always add in the other things that I had mentioned. There's again, a ton of other products out there that can help with that, but that's kind of my go-to. If you have any questions, let me know about any of these products as well. I can give you some more information about that, but these are kind of my go-to things. The Ancient Nutrition also, they have a ton of different flavors. They have a salted caramel bone broth protein that is absolutely amazing, and then all their other flavor collagens. But those are kind of my ones that I really, really like. There's other brands out there. Those are just the ones that I prefer right now. That's just what we're on. But if you have any questions, like I said, give me a shout out, let me know, and I'm happy to help. Have a good day.